Friends, hello, welcome back. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely day. So today we're going over what I believe is my best must-have abilities, boosts, zone abilities, superstar abilities, and so forth for NHL 25. As always, just our personal preference, whether you want to take that advice or not, it's up to you. Personally, there was a time in my life, right, where I was actually out ice skating, where I didn't have to hold on to the boards, and now it was only for a few seconds, but I feel like that gives me a lot of credibility here to know what I'm talking about. Anyway, take that as you will. We're gonna start with the zone abilities. We'll go to the superstar abilities anyway, because it's all of them anyway. We're gonna go over the superstar abilities. You obviously have the option to put that into your zone ability. What I really like, there's a couple of things here. First off, love magnetic. You don't necessarily have to make that your zone ability, but I think it's a good one for your superstar ability because the puck pickups in this game, it's going to be the same thing every year. This year it's been better so far. We've been able to intercept passes more, but it's just so important. Intercepting passes, being able to pick up loose pucks, being able to reach for loose pucks, all that. It's just so important and game changing in this game, especially when you're, again, within close proximity of a puck and maybe you're not at the best angle, but you do pick it up. So I love magnetic. Also, you're going to have some goal scoring abilities. Love close quarters. Anything within the hashes, anything on the breakaways, it just severely increases your chances of putting that puck in the back of the net. Personally, I'd probably want this to be more of my super or my zone ability, boost it up the most as possible. If you're a guy that plays a little bit further away from the net, you're up top, maybe heat seeker is your option. Instead, you're a little more closer to outside the hash marks, grab the heat seeker. But if you're close proximity, close quarters is your best bet right there. If you play bigger, which won't be available to everybody, of course, but if you play a bigger build, love big rig. Don't get knocked off the puck. You can hold the puck in your backhand, you can just bounce off of guys, crash the net, put it in the back of the net. Very, very effective in this game. So those are definitely my three. Was that 3 or 4? 1, 2, 3. Can't count. 1, 2, 3. That's embarrassing. Was that 3? That was 3, right? 3 favorites from the offensive side of things. Now, if you're looking to get a little bit more defensive, I do like, is it truculence? No, it's not truculence. Yonk. It's yonk. The advanced accuracy when stick lifting against momentum or at speed. Again, depends on how you play. If you're more of an aggressive, you're a hitter. I mean, maybe obviously not as important, but I love this because, think of how many times you're on a defensive. You're in your D zone, they're on the rush, and you don't have the best angle. You're not facing the player the best. You just go for the quick poke. You have to poke them or they're going to blow right by you. You have to poke them or they're going to get that pass off or whatever it is. And you might not have the best angle. And instead of poking them successfully, you end up missing them or you end up tripping them. Yonk ends up helping you with that. When you don't have the best angle, you're not coming at the best, you don't have the best momentum again, with the puck here in that situation. This is very, very good for it. So I love using Yonk if you're looking to diversify the portfolio a little bit, if you will. Going to athleticism, there's one that I find very, very important. That is in reverse. Now, obviously, if you're a forward, it's not as important, but if you're a defender, I feel like this is a must-have because you're constantly skating backwards in this game. You gotta have in reverse. Then going to the boost. Now, this is probably a little bit surprising when we talk about it, but here I'm gonna bring up the stats first because this is important. 2 things when you're doing these boosts. Number 1, just look for whatever is the most expensive, that's going to cost you the most points, or the most points that you can drop off. For example, acceleration, you're going to use acceleration, but let's use puck control. It's 30. If you can get a +2 plus puck control, you can drop your puck control +2. It's going to get you 60 points. Obviously, slap shot power costs you 20. I wouldn't want to put a boost on something that costs less. And puck control is an interesting one. I think that's probably the only one looking at it where I would go ahead and use that boost because, again, puck possession is so important. Puck control helps with receiving the puck and getting into a settled state faster for more accuracy on shots and passes. And this, I think, is more important than the shot and the wrist shot power and the slap shot power because, again, it's the amount of time it takes your guy to settle it down and get the shot. It doesn't matter how good the shot power is, wrist shot power is. When a game is a matter of fractions of a second, if you can't settle that puck down quick enough to shoot it, and it takes your guy a little bit longer to have a funky animation to get set up, you're not gonna get an effect out of that slap shot power anyway. So I love puck control. That is the one boost I'm looking at in a big way. Other than that, though, here's the thing with the boosts. Look at these: +2, +2, +2, +2, +2, +2, +2, and bang, +4. If you want to get the absolute most out of your boosts, what I like to do is I like to have more of an offensive build And then you can go back and you can +4 your defensive awareness. You can +4 your passing. You can +4 your stick checking. I like defensive awareness and stick checking because, again, you can +4 it compared to +2. You're going to get a lot more bang for your buck. And, you know, if you do go with the offensive builds, typically they have pretty solid offensive stats. So if you can +4 the defensive awareness, you can +4 the stick checking. Now you got a 79 and a 77. You can still, if you have to, drop the offensive awareness a little bit. Depends how you play. You can drop the stick body checking. Then we can boost the passing a little bit. Maybe put a little bit more on that defensive awareness as well. And then you're close to about the 80 range there for the defensive stats. Your passing's a little bit better. And again, it just gives you a lot more flexibility there because a lot of these do come with the lower passing grades, minus the playmaker. A little bit lower defensive grade, so you can kind of use get the most out of your boost there compared to, you know, a puck control thing where it's more of a fractions of a boost. And the reason I don't really feel necessary for technique is because I'm more than happy to just drop 5 on the agility right off the bat. Because agility just doesn't affect your player that much as just having a height and weight that's proper. If you're trying to get the +5 on the speed, and again, you know, if you're a forward, you're going to use less slap shots, drop the slap shot accuracy. If you're a defender, you're going to use less wrist shots, whatever. So you can always find the points to afford things. You know, we just dropped the points of a couple things, and we got 30 points laying around. I mean, we can still bump the balance up a little bit. We're going up the slap shot. So that's the reason we don't feel it's effective to use the boosts there. And then, of course, the tactics, just, you're never going to use all of these. You know, drop the fighting skill. You got to have enough for the deking. Drop the discipline or whatever for the face-offs. Just not a big enough effect there. Same can be about the tenacity, strength, durability, shot blocking. You can always drop the durability. You can always drop the shot blocking a little bit. They're not expensive, but it doesn't have that big of an impact where if you want to boost your hand-eye a little bit, you can. Want to boost your strength a little bit, you can. So I've always found the most bang for your bucks in the playstyle stuff. Nonetheless, that is going to wrap things up for this video. As always, if y'all enjoyed it, I'd appreciate you liking and subscribing. You never have to. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.